Someone from Kamala's team actually reached out to Kai Cenat, Mr. Skibbity Ohio Riz Phantom Tax himself. Apparently, he said no. Here's the clip.
Then on top of that, I got the fucking Secret Service calling me 5 times, nigga! I don't know goddamn shit about politics, my nigga. I don't know nothing. Hey, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Listen, I had a bad bitch that I've been trying to get on for like the last 3 years, the last 2 years that I haven't spoke to in like a year. I haven't spoke to this girl in so goddamn long who gonna have the audacity to text me, "We need you a part of the campaign." At first I was thinking she was talking about like a game, a video game, like a Modern Warfare game, or some shit. Or if not that, a clothing brand. I'm like, what campaign? Say it right now. If there's some way, somehow, something was to go into where I do the stream of politics, I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm going to sit on my stream and say, why did you guys call me? Like, you know, I don't know. I've never did anything with politics. And these blogs are like trying to say, yo, you gotta do the shit, Kai.
This is the most like normal reaction, straight up. From where we're standing, we're like, what? Like, that's a fucking deal of a lifetime. What do you mean? You get to have like, you don't normally do a lot of like political commentary or anything like that. You have no political positions, but then you get to do like a softball bullshit like Kamala Harris media placement, easy fucking million viewer stream, right? I totally understand why he wouldn't want to do it, because there is a lot of oppo and there's a lot of stink associated with politics. You know what I mean? Like, from where he's standing. Good for Kamala, not for Kai. No, it'd be mutually beneficial. I think you're wrong. Problem is, Kamala is not very, she's just not very dynamic in the same way that Trump is. You know what I mean? Like, she's not going to be able to clip farm. Trump is a clip farm every moment that he is alive, you know? He's a TV guy. He knows how that shit works. He knows what to say. Kamala Harris is going to come across like boring. It's a very difficult thing. You have to kind of understand the space a little bit, or you have to at least be like Kevin Hart is a organic, talented, naturally funny guy. That's part of the reason why he's one of the most famous comedians on the planet. So even if he's not like fully aware of the Twitch sphere, he can just still vibe. Like, he can just keep up in a situation like that. A politician's not going to have an easy time doing that unless they're like naturally online. Like, AOC can do that because she is naturally online. Walls is an accidental gem, and organically being memeable in a positive way helps Harris shore that weakness up. Yeah, I agree. I love you, but I think you're too polarizing, whether organically or through uncharitable interpretation. Kai is super neutral. Charlie would be a good host too. Yeah, you guys are incredibly locked in to like memes and stuff that you see, so you don't understand how the Democratic Party operates. You're actually out of your mind. Charlie makes penis jokes. That's it. That's a non-starter for like Dems. They don't operate in the same way that the Republicans, especially under Trump, operate. You've never met a Dem operative in your life. They hear someone go, this is a chuckle McFuckstick with a massive dildo on top. And then they're like, we would never talk to this person in a million years. They run away from that kind of shit. Okay? You make titty jokes and they're like, oh, we're out. Are you kidding me? It needs to be like the most calculated, manicured environment. Same goes for Kai. Like, they literally will, it's a quick Google search, right? You Google search, and it's the same for me too. Like, I'm telling you from personal experience beyond that, right? The reason why I get AOC on here is because I know AOC and I talk to her and we are ideologically aligned, and she doesn't mind the potential like negative, like a couple tweets that she's going to get, right? Maybe 1 or 2 articles that she's going to get. Whereas with like Kamala Harris, like those guys are people at the tippy top of the Democratic Party are infinitely more careful than the Republicans are in terms of messaging. And I'm kind of shocked that they still hit up Kai regardless, because he is popular enough. It's a testament to his popularity and broad appeal. They were still willing to overlook the negative media associations that they would have, because it's always a calculated risk when they do stuff like that. Having said that, though, I still think it's a good idea. I just don't know if Kamala is the perfect person for it. I'm not kidding. I think Obama would be a better collab with Kai. Do you think they'd reach out to you? I think they're locked in whether they like it or not. If they want that kind of media coverage, I'm here. They got to come to the big dog. But from the outside, political watchers are weirdos. Okay? To the normies, we're fucking weirdos. And to be fair, they're not wrong. We are fucking weirdos, right? And nobody wants that. Nobody wants that stink. Even if they're like aligned politically with me, they still don't want that haunting them. Because in their minds, and I've talked about this quite a bit, like a lot of people are afraid of collaborating with me even for that reason, because they think that my audience is going to like latch onto them, or at least the haters are going to latch onto them and constantly put every single thing they do under a microscope. And nobody wants to live like that. There's definitely a very real fear of like, I suspect from like Kai Cenat's perspective of not only being like, I don't really know what the fuck this is about. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I don't want to make this like uninformed decision, but also I don't want to draw the ire of like half of the goddamn country in the same way that like Adin Ross is getting clapped right now. Right. He doesn't care, but he's already developed like a toxic brand, but Kai is not a toxic brand. Kai is affiliated with Nike. He's affiliated with these big brands. Like he's doing like Louis Vuitton and Marc Jacobs placements and stuff. He's a marketable entity. And obviously linking up with Kamala Harris is not necessarily going to make him toxic in general, but all the subsequent media hits that come after that collaboration, some positive and some very negative, will actually make it much more toxic for him. It's ironic though, because even the fact that he said that he wouldn't do it, that already is in and of itself viewed as like a political move. Breakfast Club get blowback after having Hillary Clinton on. Are you comparing a Twitch streamer to the Breakfast Club? Breakfast Club is literally a radio show. It is the most traditional of traditional media outlets. You're talking about a dude who's like 20 something years old streaming out of a fucking U-Haul. I don't understand why they don't reach out to you. You're literally a political commentator. Dude, they know who I am. And it's not that they don't reach out to me. It's that they don't want to work with me. Obviously, politicians don't want contentious adversarial interviews. That's why, of course, they're going to go to Kai Cenat. Wait, some people are calling him a coward for not doing it? Unlikely. Most people probably like that he's not taking a side on it or whatever. Even if they're liberals themselves, they're most likely Kai Cenat fans who understand that like him getting involved in politics will fuck up the vibes. He's supposed to be like their escape from that kind of thing. And he also has a pretty solid out to be like, I'm not well versed in politics. I don't necessarily hate this, like him saying he doesn't want to do this. I kind of respect it. I do. I mean, look at what happened with Adin Ross. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's no equivalence between like Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. A dude who can't even fucking read, like a dude who is illiterate, interviewed the former president. Makes sense for someone who is not super well versed to just want to stay out of it. The Kamala Harris campaign is not looking for an adversarial media opportunity. They are looking for someone who isn't going to ask a lot of like hard questions or anything, and is just going to like have a couple clips get fired off on TikTok. If Kai said yes, would you reach out to him and help him prepare? I don't think he would ever want my help in a situation like this. In this space that we're in, yes, people are aware of my audience, aware of how big it is, aware and are afraid of it because, let's be real, to the normal people that watch Twitch or normal people that enjoy entertaining content, we are cringe as fuck. And we're scary to the average audience. Even those who are aligned with us politically. I talk to other streamers in private. I know what their attitude is. Ain't nobody in my goddamn community fucking believes me when I say this. Even people who actually agree with my worldview are still afraid of you guys. And that's people who know me, because there's a lot of haters and lovers in here. The real problems would be potentially contentious questions that might make it into the media narrative. Like I said, though, I think it would be probably better if he did one with Obama instead of Kamala Harris. Still a fucking banger stream. It would be probably 1 million viewed. I think that would be a better way to conduct like a pro Kamala Harris type situation. I think it is pretty funny that the Kamala Harris campaign is trapped in here with me. One of the largest streamers on the platform. One of the largest streamers on the platform. I know you have my number. Bro is an egomaniac. Yeah, you're right.